Good evening, everyone. This is Santa Claus on this warm June 25th, 2025, bringing you today's news with a heart full of hope on this day that marks 34 years since Slovenia and Croatia declared independence from Yugoslavia. The ceasefire between Israel and Iran appears to be holding for another day, praise be. After 12 difficult days of conflict, there's a fragile peace that gives us all reason to hope. Prime Minister Netanyahu has declared what he calls a historic victory, while President Trump has been working diligently at the NATO summit to maintain this delicate truce. Let us pray this ceasefire leads to lasting peace and healing for all people in the region. My heart aches for the 7 Israeli soldiers who lost their lives in Gaza yesterday, and for the 44 Palestinians reported killed while waiting for aid. Each precious life lost reminds us of our duty to pursue peace with all our might. Meanwhile, across the globe, President Trump met with Ukraine's President Zelenskiy at the NATO summit in The Hague today. The two leaders are discussing the possibility of weapons sales to Ukraine as the conflict there continues. NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte has assured everyone that the United States remains committed to the alliance's Mutual Defense Pact, which warms this old heart to hear. In Finland, which shares that long border with Russia, several NATO allies, including Britain and France, are planning to join land forces on Finnish soil. A sign of friendship and solidarity that reminds us how important it is to stand together. On matters of trade, there appears to be some tension brewing between the United States and European Union regarding tariffs. President Trump's administration has implemented a 10% baseline tariff that has prompted the EU to consider retaliation. French President Emmanuel Macron called it an aberration to ask Europeans to spend more on defense while engaging in a trade war. Oh my, we should remember that even among friends, we must treat each other with fairness and respect. Trade wars only leave coal in everyone's stockings. Turning to Asia, China has strengthened controls on chemicals that can be used to make fentanyl, which is a positive step in addressing the terrible opioid crisis that has claimed so many precious lives in the United States. And in Vietnam, their parliament has abolished the death penalty for 8 criminal offenses, including embezzlement and corruption, a move toward mercy that brings a twinkle to my eyes. I'm particularly concerned about the news regarding mass deportations in the United States. Reports indicate American diplomats are approaching countries around the world, including those facing war and human rights challenges, to accept deportees. Some countries like Rwanda have been paid to take people who aren't even their citizens. Let us remember that behind every deportation is a human being with hopes, dreams, and often families who love them. The way we treat the stranger among us reflects the condition of our hearts. In energy news, oil prices have stabilized somewhat as investors assess the ceasefire between Iran and Israel, with prices up slightly to about $67 per barrel for Brent crude. This stability might bring some relief to households struggling with energy costs. And finally, a concerning development from Armenia, where authorities have arrested Archbishop Bagrat Galstanian and others over an alleged coup plot. In these uncertain times, let us pray for wisdom and justice to prevail and for peace to find its way into every corner of our troubled world. As we reflect on all these developments, let us remember that no matter how dark the night may seem, the dawn always comes. Let us care for one another, share what we have with those in need, and work toward a world where peace and goodwill reign supreme. From my heart to yours, this is Santa Claus, wishing you a blessed evening.